Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be opening another Unmatched set. I'm doing Beowolf and Little Red Riding Hood. Now these were not two you'd expect to come together, especially Little Red Riding Hood, but she's got a whole new reimagining in this set and she's actually really cool and really interesting. I really can't wait to play her and try her out. She's got a lot of different things, and obviously Beowolf's a great warrior from history and Nordic legend, Viking legend. Really interesting. He's got like a rage mechanic that seems really cool. So if you've got any strategies for these guys and how to play them best, please let me know in the comments. So I'm going to try them out. I'm really excited to see what they play like. And please leave a like, and if you can, help the channel by subscribing. That would be really appreciated. Thanks for watching the video. Let's get this one opened. So let's get this one open. I love the characters that they choose for Unmatched. Always been a big fan of bit of Beowolf. It's quite cool. Really interesting backstory. And then it's cool to have Little Red Riding Hood as well, who's not really known as a battler, but looks like they're going to make quite an interesting addition to this collection of mine. Now I have absolutely everything from Unmatched, including Bruce Lee and Deadpool, which is good. It says Little Red Riding Hood's got a sidekick called the Huntsman, and Beowolf's got a sidekick of Wiglaf. So I'm really interested to see how this one works. I've not actually had a chance to look at it elsewhere or look at it online or try it out or even open it, as you can see. So let's see what they look like and get it opened. So we've got a new rulebook. Same as always, you're going to have your information about your sidekicks and heroes and how to play, main bits of how to play. Then at the back you must probably have a bit on the clarification for these two different types, yeah. And we've got a new edition of doors, which aren't in a lot of other things. So it says at the beginning you place them. You can open and close the door as part of a maneuver action, but not as part of other movement effects, such as like any skirmish things. It says at any point during a maneuver action, a fighter may close an adjacent door for free, or spend one movement space to open an adjacent door. So you can open them for one, close them for free. So that seems quite cool, and you can do it as many times as you want. So that's going to add an extra bit of strategy about location and placement and where you want to be, how you want to hide or run or whatever if you're not a full-on fighter. And then there's different ones on how to use Red Riding Hood's basket and how to use Beowulf's rage. And he seems like my type of character. I like the attacking rage type of characters in games, so really looking forward to trying that out. We've got our standard kind of point counters. Then we've got a map, which hopefully will be double-sided. There's the one side. I think it just about fits on screen. They're all quite the same size boards, but sometimes they're folded twice, sometimes just the once in the bigger boxes. And as you can see, there's spaces here where there's going to potentially be doors put in. And then the back is also looks quite similar. It's a 3-entranced room. I'm trying to check if it looks like they're all pretty much the same. Both sides look the same, they're just slightly different colours and slightly different rings on them, so you've only got the colours in the circles instead of all the way through the centre. I prefer this side, I find it easier to see, but some people I know prefer the other way where they can see the full picture behind. But yeah, that's it, nice little map. Oh, this guy's jumped out, so that's Wiglaf for Beowulf, and his character is all kind of Nordic style character. He's got a shield and his sword up there, and as always they've got the great detailing on because of the wash that they've got on, and there's a lot of detail in the face and in the armor. He looks really cool, he looks really nice. And then we've got his guy here, Wiglaf, who's his helper. And we've got Alice in Wonderland, who's popped out of a little red circle. I'll get back in. A bit stiff. So she looks a lot more ninja style. She's quite ducked down, she's got a basket, and she looks kind of ready for action. Really cool. Get this thing to go back in. There we go. Pop back in. And she looks like she's got a kind of wolf skin jacket on her, if you can see that on the camera. It's got like a wolf's head on it. So she's kind of killed the wolves that were after her, and this is afterwards, so maybe she's not as innocent and sweet as the stories make out in this version anyway. And then her helper here, we've got camera's light's been a bit funny. So we've got her huntsman with her. So I want to check these characters out and see what they do. The pieces for the health bar. We've got the nice easy peel card opening, which is always handy. Always a nice thing to have at the start. Open it up. So there's a card there called Little Red Riding's Basket. So that's going to be to do with her play style. And she's got a card here which says she's a melee fighter. Her huntsman though is ranged. So he's going to be able to attack from range, which is really useful. She's got 14 health and he's got 9. So that's always quite a lot of damage. Actually a lot of health. It looks like 9 and 14. So it's a good combo. Her special ability is you can resolve an effect on a card you play if the symbol next to the effect matches the item in your basket. So she's got a basket and she can match as best as she can the effects on a card. So if you can synchronize that and get that to work well, then you'll be off to a better start and be able to fight better. And at the start of the game, you place Little Red Riding Hood's basket in your discard pile. So this card at the back will be in the discard pile. And it's the same both sides, exactly the same, so you can see it both ways up. And then she's got cards like for attack. What big ears you have? You play this card as a defense card. Yeah, okay, has Little Red. What big eyes you have? Immediately cancel all effects on your opponent's card. And if you have this pink symbol in the basket, then you also ignore the value of your opponent's card. I think it's talking about these symbols here. So you've got blue ones, you've got wolfy type ones, you've got pink ones. Seems to be 3: blue, pink, and the wolf. So if you've got the pink symbol in your basket, also ignore the value of your opponent's card. If you've got the wolf symbol with these two, for what a terrible big mouth you have, you can, after defending, you can deal damage to the opposing fighter equal to the printed value of their card. So once you've defended, you'll end up hitting them back for more damage than they do to you. I really like this take on her as well. His art is really cool. Little Red, 2 more. What large hands you have. After combat, you may return this card to your hand. And if you've got the pink symbol in your basket, you also, it says, instead you may return the top card of your discard pile to your hand. So these cards are going to be integral to getting you where you want to be. These schemes all look the same, but they've just got different symbols on. You move Little Red up to 3 spaces and gain an action, so you can kind of move her and get one of the symbols out you need to play another card. Then for your huntsman, you've got a scheme which Little Red recovers 2 health, and if you've got a wolf symbol, Little Red recovers 4 health instead. Some more huntsman cards. You've got 4 damage on these, and they're all the blue symbol. If the huntsman is adjacent to the opposing fighter, the value of this card is 6 instead. So if you're next to them, you get 6 damage instead of doing a ranged attack for 4. That can be quite nice. You've got 2 of these cards with the pink symbol on. Once upon a time, after combat, you deal 3 damage to an opposing fighter. Yeah, so that's a versatile card. This one's worth 4, which is really good, and there's 4 of them. They're all got, I think they might have all of them. Yeah, so this counts as any symbol. It's a Little Red, so she's got 4 of these cards that can be any symbol. What's in my basket? It's a versatile attack and defense card. They've all got a 3 boost on as well, which is quite strong. So not only is she getting all of the symbols, she's also getting 4 attack or 4 defense, which is great. These 2 cards, the wolf on them, never leave the path. And the scheme is, if it's the wolf symbol, place a Little Red in any space, gain an action. If it's the blue swords, deal 2 damage to each opposing fighter in Little Red zone. And if it's pink, you can draw 3 cards. So you've got a lot of versatility with Red Riding Hood. These cards can be used by anyone. There's 3 of them. The blue swords. If it's the wolf symbol as well, after you've defended, you also get 2 cards. And then you've got 3 of these for anyone as well, which is the versatile defense or attack. During combat, your opponent discards 1 random card, and you add that boost value to this card's value. So it's only worth 2, but if they boost another card, they might add another 2 or 3 to yours. So she seems really good, and she's got really cool, unique mechanism with this card being in her basket. So her discard pile kind of is her basket, I think it looks like. Not exactly sure how that works, but It seems to be you just discard anything on top of the discard pile. It might really be what the symbol is you're talking about. Something like that anyway. Let's have a little look at what Beowolf's like. Hopefully he's really powerful because she seems really cool. Beowulf starts with 1 rage. When Beowulf has dealt damage, he gains 1 rage. Beowulf has a maximum of 3 rage. Now, I don't see any way to track these, but there must be like maybe that one. Yeah, there's rage counters here. So these on the side, I think these hit fiery things here are rage counters. Didn't see them before. That's nice to see. You can get a maximum of 3. He's got 3 of these very low defense things, but low attack or defense, and then it's spend any amount of rage, and this card is +2 for each rage spent. So obviously you can add value to that. If you added 3 rage to that, you could get it worth 7. That's going to do a hell of a lot of damage, or definitely defend out any big attacks. You've got 2 Beowulf schemes to spend any amount of rage, choose a different effect for each rage spent. Draw 2 cards, move Beowulf up to 4 spaces, or recover 2 health for Beowulf. Again, good to have the rage to help you. Ancient Heirloom, this card effect cannot be cancelled. During combat, you may spend 2 rage to make this card's value 5 instead. And you can spend 1 rage to boost it. And you can do both. So you could spend 3 rage to get it to 5 and then boost it on top. So you can do some serious damage if you get your rage counters up. This attack says you gain 1 rage immediately. And during combat, this card's value is +1 for each rage you have. So that again, that could go up to a 5 attack if you've got 3 of them. The equal of Grendel. So we've got Grendel's arm, looks like it's been chopped off there, and the nice mirror image of Beowulf in the blood there. So you can spend 2 rage to deal damage to the opposing fighter equal to the printed value of the card. Nice. Choose an opponent, they discard 1 random card and you gain rage equal to its boost value. You could get up to 3 straight away, and there's 3 of those. Remnant of Valor, deal 1 damage to each adjacent fighter. If Beowulf has dealt damage this way, you gain an action. So that could be cool. Could be with Wiglaf. Wiglaf again, hot for battle. After combat, Wiglaf may swap spaces with Beowulf. You could attack, swap spaces, and then get Beowulf to attack as well if needed. No contest expecteth. If you attack a sidekick and won the battle, you may spend 3 rage to defeat that sidekick. So you can kill someone's sidekick in 1 attack if you manage the damage in there. And you've got 3 of these versatile ones with attack and defense. After combat, if you won the combat, move 1 of the fighters in the combat up to 2 spaces. It's 4, which is quite a good strength. Only defensive 2, 3 of these. Cancel all effects on your opponent's cards. These are quite common ones, we see quite a lot. And then Fatal Struggle. After battle, if you won the combat, draw 2 cards. If you lost the combat, your opponent draws 2 cards. It's quite a strong 4 card. It's unlikely you're not going to win, but sometimes you can block out 4 damage. So he also looks really, really interesting. His rage counters look really cool. You can add extra damage with them, and you can build them up and try and get attacks. So these characters are both really, really surprised me. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Looking through the cards, I can't wait to actually try them out and have some fights with them. Both characters I really want to play because they both seem really unique and interesting. Have you tried either of these? What's the best way to play them? Give me some strategies in the comments, and leave some likes and subscribe to the channel, please. It would really help. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you on the next one with a bit more Unmatched probably. See you soon, guys.